Alright, this is homework 02HW2, solving equations multi-step. And our problem number 1, here's negative 6x minus 7x equals negative 13. What we're going to be practicing over the next couple of problems is combined like terms. For you guys get more and more comfortable what combined like terms is and how it's used in equations. So in problem number 1 of the homework, we have a negative 6x minus 7x equals negative 13. This is what's given to us. So we write given on the right hand side. What we do with combined like terms, we look on the left hand side of the equal sign and on the right hand side of the equal sign and see if there's any terms we can combine. Now we can only combine those on the left hand side of the equal sign. Those terms that are alike can only be combined on the left hand side. The terms on the right hand side of the equal sign that are alike, they can only be combined on the right hand side of the equal sign. So you can't be combining one from the left side of the equal sign and one from the right hand side of the equal sign. You cannot do that. So let's take this one step at a time here. We have negative 6x minus 7x. They're both on the left hand side of the equal sign. So negative 6 minus 7 gets you negative 13x equals negative 13. Because negative 6 minus 7 gets you negative 13. Notice how they're both x's here. They're both x to the first power. Hence, why we could combine them. Negative 13x equals negative 13. That is combined like terms. Now this is negative 13 times x. So to get x all by itself, we use the inverse operation. And the inverse operation of times is division. So we divide by negative 13 to both sides of the equation. Negative 13 divided by negative 13 is 1, or just x. We have x equals negative 13 divided by negative 13 gets you 1. So this is divide by negative 13 to both sides of the equation. And x equals 1 is our solution, which is answer choice B for problem number 1. So the answer choice for number 1 is B. Next up, we're going to do problem number 4. So it's your responsibility to do problem number 2, problem number 3. And we're going to work together on problem number 4. Problem number 4 says 6 minus 8n minus 7n equals 21. So we see our like terms here on the left hand side. We have a negative 8n minus 7n. But this 6, it doesn't have an n, so we cannot combine them with the 8 and the 7. We can only combine the negative 8 and the negative 7 because both of them have an n to the first power. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to combine our like terms. Negative 8 minus 7 gets you negative 15. And since both of them have an n to the first power, so we write n. Now the 6 cannot be combined with them, but we still have to write it and carry that down in our equation. Just like our equal sign and our 21 on the right hand side. This is our given. What we did to get to this stage was combine like terms. Then we're going to use inverse operations to get n all by itself. This is a positive 6. Then move the 6 to the other side of the equal sign. We subtract 6 from both sides. So we subtract 6 from both sides of the equation. Positive 6, negative 6 is 0. So we don't bother writing anything because it's 0. We carry down our negative 15n. Carry down our equal sign. 21 minus 6 gets you 15. Next up, we have negative 15n equals 15. This is negative 15 times n. So the inverse operation of times is division. So we're going to divide by negative 15. Negative 15 divided by negative 15 gets you n. And then we have 15 divided by negative 15, which gets us negative 1. So this will simplify. This is divide by 15. Negative 15. And then this is our solution. N equals negative 1. Which that would be A as an apple for number 4. Maybe A as an answer. Next up, we'll do number 5. Now number 5 says 9n minus 8 minus 6n equals 22. What we do, we look for combined like terms, and then we're going to eventually solve for n. Solve for that variable, what that variable stands for, what number. So we look on the left-hand side of the equal sign. We have 9n and negative 6n. They're both like terms. Notice that the negative 8 doesn't have an n, so we cannot combine the negative 8 with the other two numbers. But we can combine the two n's, even though they're separated, and there's a negative 8 in between the two of them. But since they both have an n to the first power, we can combine them. And they're also both on the left-hand side of the equal sign, which allows us to combine them. So 9n minus 6n gets us 3n. We carry down our negative 8, because it's still with this equation. Carry down our equal sign, and it equals 22. This is our given. We just did combine like terms. Now we're going to use our inverse operations. The inverse operations of negative 8 is positive 8. So we add 8 to both sides of the equation. We get 3n equals 30. So we just simplify. Now this is 3 times n. The inverse operation of times is division. So you divide by 3 to both sides of the equation. To both sides. I'm going to simplify that down. Times 3n, or n times 3, and then we're going to divide by 3. Well, 3 times and 3 divide, they cancel each other out. So you're just going to have n. And 30 divided by 3 gets you 10. That is our solution. So the answer number 5 is B as a boy, which is 10. That's number 5. Next up, we'll do number 8. Number 8. It says negative 2b plus 3b equals negative 9. what we got to do, well, negative 2b and positive 3b, they're like terms because they both have a b to the first power. So negative 2 plus 3 gets you positive 1b and equals negative 9. This is what's given to us. We just combine like terms. Now 1b is the same thing as just b. So our answer is actually b equals negative 9. So this, we combine like terms and it's also the solution. So b equals negative 9. So the answer is C for is the multiple choice. Next up is problem number 9. And number 9 says 1 plus 5x plus 8 equals negative 16. So what we're going to do, we're going to combine like terms and solve for x. This is what's given to us. 1 plus 5x plus 8. Well, 5x, there's no other x's. So we can combine that 5x with anything else. But 1 and 8, we can combine and make 9. So we're going to combine like terms. It's going to be 5x, 1 plus 8 gets you 9, so it's a plus 9, equals negative 16. So we combined like terms. We combined the 1 and the 8 to make 9. Now we're just using our inverse operations. Positive 9. The opposite is negative 9. That's our inverse operation. So we subtract 9 from both sides. Carry down our 5x. Positive 9, negative 9, they cancel out. So carry down our equal sign. Negative 16 minus 9 gets you negative 25. So all we did was just simplify. 5x equals negative 25. Well, that's 5 times x. The inverse operation of times is divide. So we're going to divide by 5. Divide by 5 over here. Divide by 5 to both sides. 5x divided by 5 gets you x. Negative 25 divided by 5 gets you negative 5. And this is our solution. X equals negative 5. Which is number 9. And the answer is B. Now it's your job to complete all the other problems. That is 2, 3, 6, 7, and 10 on your own. And make sure you fill out all the answers to problems 1 through 10 on your Google form below. So once again, complete all the problems on your own and fill in on all the answers in the Google Forms and hit submit at the end. Thank you and have a good night.